Alright, there we go. Game's all loaded up. Alright, so here's where we are. 1,509 residents. It is May of 1773. And of course, last episode we had all sorts of other stuff taken care of in the general environs of our town here. And we're going to keep filling in the gaps. Got all sorts of stuff we can be building and different things we can take care of. Well, let's go ahead and start out by exposing our problems. I see a lot of, curiously, a lot of people that don't have food. Probably just because they don't have a lot of money. That's easy enough to fix. So some adjustment to our taxation may be in order if this many people are having some financial problems. So I think we can probably lower the house rent and the land tax just a tiny bit. We're making plenty of money. But we're pretty good shape. Feeling better from yesterday? Had to go to the ED. Oh wow, okay, well I'm glad you're okay. That's never fun. Been there, done that. But glad to have you here for some nice chill city building for a little bit. Okay, why is this saying it's empty? Oh, that's right, because I was going to get rid of this to build some more houses over here. But we already got the houses built, so that is fine. Looks like everything is doing okay. We've got wells. Okay, ERED. I've heard it both ways, especially outside of the US. They sometimes they'll call it, like, I think, what, in the UK do they call it accident and emergency? I don't know. I've always called it the ER. I've had people call it the ED. It all reads the same. These people don't have money, is that why? Yeah, okay. So we're just going to have to be a little vigilant about how we are having our supply lines and stuff set up. But I think we're doing okay. This area, once it gets a little bit more taken down, we can put some more houses down here and fill up this entire area. Let's see, Barvin Cove, what you guys want? Iron ore, always buy. Buckwheat. Oh, we actually have some stored up. I guess that new farm is doing something. Let's go ahead and get some more. We have plenty of alcohol, looks like. I know we're going to have to build some more gravestones, so let's go ahead and get that out of the way right quick. So it seems like people are really going to start dying en masse here because I guess people are old. It is 52 years from settlement start, so I guess the founders probably are all in their 70s, possibly early 80s. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't know how many people are left from the original founding of the town. I know the original mayor moved out pretty quick. I think it was these houses here, 14 years ago, 8 years ago, 50 years ago. 52. Okay, so this is an original family. That's an original family. That might be it. Okay, no, this one here. So one of these. Yeah, one of these three was the original one. Who's the mayor anyway? Oh, we have a female mayor. I didn't even know that was possible. I'm sure someone told me at some point. But oh, pretty progressive for a game in the 18th century. I don't know if actual Ukrainian society was that accepting of women in leadership positions at that point, but that's cool to see. All right, so let's get something going down here. Of course, we had this wagon shed, hay barracks, and cart sheds, and all this stuff taken in over here. We are going to have to build another marketplace, and I think we were deciding last episode exactly where that was going to go. I believe it's going to be somewhere in this area, so we can take advantage of this space up here. But we also have right here a market that is fully functioning and has plenty of space around. So we probably could, if we're smart about how we have stuff set up, I think we can fit a whole bunch of houses along here and have stuff set up pretty well. So why don't we go ahead and get this more or less started here. Who's that from? Those guys? All right. We'll check them out in a little bit. We're just going to go ahead and get a whole bunch of houses queued up on this side of the map because it's an easy way to fill up space. And we're going to have to do this anyway, and this also gets our forestry people working. Guess we could probably put a few more in. Yeah, we'll just keep going right over to here. So I think we can do 2 more if we're smart. And the last one... yeah, it's actually a little close. So we'll just do 1 big house here. Maybe. If the game decides to let me do anything else. There we go. Alright, we're going to have to get intelligent about how we're doing stuff. It doesn't want to put a house there anyway. We'll have to deal with that as the time comes. And these people will not stop dying. That's annoying. They should stop that. So we've got this house here. Should be good to go. Guess we could probably put one next to it. If we modify how the you know, actually this doesn't look bad. Does not look bad. So we can actually go ahead and pop that there. Put another one here. Okay, that'll be enough of that. And we are going to save because the game can't be trusted with autosave, and last time I was recording I had to restart, and it was really annoying. Alright. Messenger people. We don't have any sunflower oil, so that's annoying. We could sell this. We don't need to. We never have too much iron ore. We have plenty of meat, but we'll buy more anyway, just so we're all stocked up. We still don't have any hay stored here. Baffling. Don't really understand why or how that happens, but you know, it is what it is. Right, that's what I'm saying. Just the way it goes. So this ought to keep people busy for a little bit of time. We do still have a substantial gap in our vacancies, because of course we do. That's just how the game tends to operate. But the areas over here are going to need a lot more production stuff eventually to support all these people. We do have these weavers' workshops that are pretty hilarious and precariously perched on this little hillside here. I did not realize it was going to be that steep of a thing, but you know, that's just the way it goes. We could, if we felt like it, put a tailor's workshop here as well. I don't think we absolutely have to, because one, we're not generating enough to keep these continuously busy, and two, I kind of just don't want to put one here. But it would probably behoove us to put in a a warehouse over here to store the items that get used here. So let's go ahead and put it right here. And that way we can put our hemp and our flax in this warehouse and help alleviate some of the strain on this farm. I know we do have some other warehouses that have stuff being stored there as well, but they're really far across the map, and it's just a lot. And the amount of time that these wagons and these carts spend, you know, not in here leads me to believe that this is a pretty in-demand thing. We'll see. Do you think enlarge the map in OSTRIV? Are you asking if they're going to make bigger ones? Because I don't know. I kind of feel like the map size is adequate for right now. At least I filled up maybe, I guess, probably about 50% if you're not counting the space in between buildings as of now, and the game is already kind of unstable. So I don't think having more space is really a necessary thing, but I think it would be cool to see. I'd also like to see more terrain variation. Maybe some steeper hills or mountains or something that you could then, I guess, put mines on, and maybe get iron ore out of the mountains, and just have specific spots that you have to get that from. But no, I think the size actually of the map is fine, just with like a little bit more variety. It would be really cool actually if there were like such a huge height differences to have something like a waterfall or rapids or something that you couldn't get ships past, so you had to plan accordingly for your trade routes and all that stuff. I think that would be kind of fun. Admittedly, this is one of the older maps, I believe, that shipped with Alpha 2 that we're playing on right now, so it doesn't have as much as some of the newer maps do. in terms of different features and design stuff, but I like it. I think it's fun. We've got an army of people over here getting all this flax harvested. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that I interpreted that correctly. Sometimes I have a hard time figuring out what people are trying to ask me. Alright, Derekachi, what you got? Shoes? Yeah, you can buy our shoes. You can buy our charcoal. Sunflower oil, gladly. We still don't have enough wheat stored up. That's interesting. Flour we don't need to buy. We have plenty of that. Plenty of dried fish. Enough potatoes. I wouldn't say plenty of potatoes. But we're looking good. I've got plenty of metal parts. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. I would consider the town to be pretty much perfectly stable at this point, with minimal problems that aren't actually affecting gameplay. Like all these people complaining they don't have enough money, they're fine. We're just really, really stretching the whole living paycheck to paycheck thing in our town, I suppose. We'll get it all figured out. I think these are mostly, yeah, they're all marriages. So we are not going to have a huge population growth right now, but of course, you know, 1, 2, 3 years, we'll have a lot of kids. We also need to build another school in this general area. So why don't we go find a spot to do that at? We have been putting them in the market area, but I know we're going to need one here, and we probably are going to need to put one here, although there is one right up here. We have a lot of kids that are going to want to be educated. So let's take our primary school. Probably best spot's going to be up here. Nope, that's the wrong button. That's the Timberborn button. This is what happens when I go back and forth between games. I lose all the keyboard shortcuts. F in OSTRIV rotates buildings. So if we do one of these, I think that's about where we want that to be. Any of the stuff we need to, we can sell that. I think we're probably okay. Sell some clothes. Get that taken care of, looking good. So it'll be a little bit before they get this school built. So we'll come back and address that at a later time. I am interested to see if the harvesting continues to be adequate, given how many farms we have and how many people are currently looking, or how many jobs rather are currently looking for employees. We'll see. My gut impression would be that things are probably going to be fine. Probably be harvesting through the middle to end of November, which is cutting it close, but it's not really cause for concern, I don't think. We've got plenty of labor available, and they are working. It's just taking a little bit more time. How are we looking over here? Yeah, see, this farm's probably right about on schedule. How are these wagons looking? They're still busy, so we probably could build more wagons at some point soon. Okay, this one is basically all wheat this year, it seems. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't think I really have any complaints about that. Let's check our taverns. Okay, they're looking... Oh, they're actually really poor. See, this is what happens when you adjust the tavern tax. That's something we did, I think, last live stream. We increased the taverns tax a ton. But these people haven't moved out, so I think it's probably fine. They're just not making a ton of money as a tavern. We're going to have to put more houses over here so they can take care of them. And of course, these people still have a ton of money. It is what it is. They're old. They'll be dead soon. I guess they either money disappears or it goes to their children or something. We'll find out. But if it goes to their children who don't live in the tavern, then I'll get all of it back because wealth tax. That's always exciting. Just keep on buying iron ore. Why not? Buckwheat. Why not? We have plenty of that. Plenty of wool. Yeah, we're in good shape. We're just riding the gravy train, as the kids say. More marriages. Not one new immigration. So that's unfortunate, I guess. But we do want to make sure that this primary school gets built sooner rather than later. So let's go ahead while we're waiting. If I can center things appropriately. Sometimes it's hard, okay? Alright, let's do... I think I can get away with that. should be okay. Yeah, it's close enough. We'll pop our bell post right in front of the stairs, as we always do. Then we'll have to wait for this to get built before we can put the fences in and really see what that's going to look like. But that will get a good start there. We actually can, if we feel like it, go ahead and get this kind of done like so. Because we do have a template based on these things here. So, if we do that, yeah, I'll take that. Looks pretty good. Then we'll just have everything match up here, put a little fence around it, put in some trees, and that'll be all good to go. These houses are going up much quicker. We should still be okay on water, looks like, yep. Looking good there. So let's see who moves in here. Is it going to be another marriage? Yes, almost instantaneously. Alright, well, that's fine. Got the last couple trees coming out here. Guess we can get rid of this one too. This will all be houses soon anyway. So we'll let them get the last of this done. Build up some more stuff and we'll see what ends up shaking out. Of course, as soon as I say that, they just decide not to do the thing that's right in front of the camera and just go do literally anything else, because of course that's how this works. It is what it is. Can't always count on people to be reliable. So, well, oh wow, the game got a lot faster frame rate just then. Don't know quite what that's about, but I think we're gonna have to do some more. Yeah, look at this. Let's go ahead and save again. Ridiculous. These people just will not stop dying. Give it a rest already. Come on, sheesh. Alright. Let's get this as close as we can. Build some more over here, I suppose. That's, real exciting live stream stuff. Placing individual headstones. That's what people want to see. I think I can get one more here. Yeah, I'm not going to get two. So we'll stick with that. Alright. We won't do too many more of these. I just want to make sure that we're in a good spot to get all of this situated where we are not going to have to deal with it for a while. Theoretically. Come on, people. Alright, so that's another 15. We'll stop there. If they fill that up by the end of this live stream, I don't know what to tell you. That's too much dying. Look at all these cows. They're going. Alright, so we have this done. Yet another marriage. Just how many eligible bachelors and bachelorettes did we have in this town? Hold up. They had kids 22 years apart. That's a big age gap. Without any kids in between, that's a long time to go. How old is the mom? Only 45, okay. Alright, so we just have this house, and then one more over here. They still haven't built this yet? Come on. Get rid of that. Get these two houses done, then we'll have our warehouse, then we'll have our school. We'll see what happens after that, and now it's snow time. Which means it's going to be really, really hard to see everything for the next, I don't know, 8 minutes. It'll be alright. Nice harvest here, though. Looks like our Weaver's Workshop is functioning, kind of. I don't see any gathered harvests rotting in the fields, which is nice. just saying 83. Hello there, JC in chat. Hey, welcome to the stream. Glad you're able to catch one. I've got a little bit of stuff to pick up here. Yeah, I would say that child after 22 years is indeed a surprise. I don't know. I will say this. I'm not a family planning expert, but I would think if you had one kid and waited 22 years before having another one, I don't think the second kid was on purpose. I just don't think that. Don't think that's how that works. I think we're looking fine over here. Yeah, looks good. So the houses are all done over here that we just put down. We'll put down some more in a bit. Oh, an actual new family. 2 new families. Okay, got 3 kids. All right. Looking good, looking good. So we'll get this warehouse all finished up, and then of course we'll put our hemp and our flax and all sorts of other stuff in here. How much linseed do we have? We really don't have much. Oh, that's good for animal feed. Okay, so I guess we should have more flax probably to get some of that. So this is done. Go ahead and get our hemp and our flax 5,000 apiece. We'll copy our settings that we always like to do. That's all good to go. Now finally the school is under construction. Get this thing built and then we'll have some children get educated in here. We should have some here that are able to take advantage of the schooling. Maybe. Well, we'll see. Fun fact, birthing mothers 35 and older are considered geriatric pregnancies. I did not know that. That seems kind of low. Although I know there's more risk as women age. But I think my mom was, I don't know, she might have been like 30, late 30s when I was born. And I was the first kid. Look at all these builders here. I love how the second row, the first row is completely normal size, and the second row is just like these little tiny portraits because there's 800,000 dudes. Looking good. All right, let's hire a teacher and get these kids learning. And of course, we can go ahead and put in our fence as well. So we'll go ahead and get this here. I think if I've done this correctly, this should be pretty much straight. You know what? We'll call that good enough. Looks pretty good to me. All right. Okay, your firstborn, your mom was 15. Yeah, there's a lot of difference. It's really interesting. Like all my friends who had, I guess their mothers were younger, had like a really kind of different upbringing. I guess just because the stage of maturity that parents are in varies so much between different extremes of child rearing years for the women. I don't know. Something to think about. Obviously, everyone has children for different reasons. Some planned, some unplanned, but it's what you do with it that matters. Now, we're definitely not going 12 times speed anymore because it is lagging super bad. Let's get a couple more trees put in here. Let's see, how many more do you think I can do? I think I can get away with putting one more here. Yeah, okay, that'll be fine. Now, if this is done correctly, we'll be able to get 6 on this wall as well. Yeah, just about. So we'll go ahead and put in a tree here and then another one over here. Of course, we can't put any behind the school because there's not enough room. But that'll be a nice little area here. Put in our benches. Of course, it's not straight because it never is. Just put one there, will be fine. Cool. Looking nice, and we have our full queue is done. Built all these houses and we only gained about 20 people. Well, that's because a lot of these were marriages, but look at our open vacancies are looking pretty good. We only have between 15 and 20. So we probably don't need to build a ton more houses. But we are going to be doing maybe a little bit more of that. I want to make sure that our stuff is pretty stable here. Let's look at our problems in the town. Why are they saying there's not enough water over here? Should be plenty of water. Should not be an issue of they're not able to get any. Well, I mean, we can add more wells if we feel like it. Probably would be a pretty smart idea anyway. So we'll go ahead and put another one there, let them get that started. Alright. Yeah, so let's go ahead and decide what else we're going to put down here. We could just keep building more and more houses here. Probably what we're going to do. Now, if I get this to be squished enough, I think should be okay. Yeah, we'll put another one here. It's right next door. That ought to line up pretty nicely with the edge here, and it looks like it will. Another messenger to take care of here. Go ahead and sell that, sell that, sell that. It's kind of formulaic at this point, but still fun. I'm really excited for next major update coming out. There should be some good stuff. I think the Twitter account this morning posted something about the addition of pumpkins, possibly. So we'll see. I think that's going to be part of the Village House Gardens. So another crop to grow is going to be nice. It was the product of drugs, alcohol, and rock and roll in the early 80s. Yeah, that's a tough home life to come up out of, but I am glad you're here. I don't know if you ever watched Pokemon. If you were born in the early 80s, you're probably maybe even like the perfect age to really connect with the game of the show when it first came out. You probably would have been, I don't know, adolescent, early teens. But if you remember, I think it's Mewtwo says in one of the movies is like it matters not the circumstances of your birth, but the what you do with your life that matters. So I always liked that quote. I thought it was fun. But you are who you choose to be. Good wisdom. Turn off productions for this one. Let's see, what else can we do that's fun and exciting here coming out of the winter going into spring? Because we're just about even on vacancies versus looking for jobs, but I know as soon as sowing season starts, it's going to be a mad dash for hiring. So we'll see exactly what that's going to look like. I don't think we need to build too many more houses quite yet. In fact, there's almost no production in this area whatsoever, so we could probably do something with that. I think in terms of food, we're probably still making enough. Distribution seems to be kind of a problem. But we'll see how that goes. I remember Pokemon, never really got into it. Original Power Ranger. Okay, yeah. Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles as a child of... I was born in 91. So I was a little young for Pokemon and a little old for the original Power Rangers. Of course, I think it's probably still going on. But I think my dad went Halloween with my mom when they were still dating, and he dressed up. I think it was Raphael. I think the costume's hanging in our guest room closet still. But so there's like this rubber mask that was like a thing of nightmares. It was horrifying. Lots of good stuff on TV in the early 90s for sure. Even though, like, looking back at it, you can kind of tell that it's like, wow, this is actually really not made that well. It's just kind of a cash grab to sell kids toys and trading cards. But hey, if you're a kid, you don't care about those things. You're just like, oh, wow, that's so cool. Like, they're fighting this giant, like, I don't know, witch demon thing, and this thing, they combine all their powers to make the Megazord. Like, wow, this is the best thing ever. Like, then you watch it as an adult, you're like, really? It's like, I like this? I don't know. Nostalgia's fun. Let's get them build this last house here. And we'll examine where we're at. We are now hiring, of course, for sewing, so we could probably build some more houses. I would like to avoid people being jobless if I can, because that just messes with the economy. But we will see what happens with that. So why don't we have any sunflower oil stocked here? We're just not... Did we turn it off? I genuinely don't remember. I have to check our trading docks. No, we're stocking it. Are we just not producing enough? We have to be. So, oh, we have tons of this. Why is it not being transported? We have so much of this. Is it just an issue if we don't even know where to store it? We've got mead, Hiroko, we could probably stand to put a warehouse over here and do some storage of stuff like that. Where's the end of this fence? Yeah, we'll just go ahead and put 2 of these warehouses here, and we'll store up some farm stuff. Probably just going to end up being sunflowers and sunflower oil. Although I think the oil has to be stored in a granary, so we'll check that real quick. So I think we're doing fine, honestly. Not too much to complain about here. How's our school doing? Still just have 3 kids? Well, it's probably going to be a little bit before we have too many kids, because most of these are younger families. No, we'll see. Oh, that's right. We were watching them build this house, and then it was really slow, so I went and did something else. There we go. Now, almost 40, married, adopted 4 kids, and run a small, sustainable farm with a few animals. That's what I'm talking about. Sounds like a good life. There's something really appealing about the self-sustaining farming life. I don't know that I'm really cut out for it, because it sounds like a whole lot of work, and I'm sure you're aware. But it's, I don't know, just the whole rat race has never really been super appealing to me. I guess that's part of why I like playing games like this. It gives you a sense of control and kind of like vicarious living that you just don't get in day-to-day life, sitting in an office all day and commuting and everything. No, it's lots of fun. We'll go ahead and save again before I lose my mind, because it didn't save. So I wish they would just hurry up and finish this house. Come on. You're going to tell me that all of the builders are gone? I know this guy's about to go the last of this thatch on here. Let's go. Really? Oh, he's supplying thatch. One can say it can get crappy. Yeah, I would imagine. I had I grew up in the, I wouldn't say like the sticks, but definitely a rural area. And I had friends who had animals, I had friends who had family farms and horses and all that stuff. And they're always telling me all these stories about, oh, we had to go clean out this and that. And you go over there and you go in the field, they got all the cows grazing, you step in something. What is that? Ew. Yeah. Cow chip throwing is a fun pastime, I suppose, if you can get past the whole picking up poop thing. Alright, I'm getting tired of watching these guys not do that with the last bit of thatch there, so let's go check out over here. Okay, so we still have some time. Why did this woman just stop here? Huh. Yeah, I never really paid too much attention to the priest before. Education 0 out of 5. Interesting. You think the priest would be like a job that would require education. I know at least modern times you have, well, pastors at least in Protestant sects go to seminary or like a Bible college or something. Not too sure how the Catholics do it, but I would think it would have to be some sort of actual training. Maybe that's something they'll add in the future, like apprenticeships or something. I don't know. I think I've said this before in a live stream or a video, is that I wish there would be more of like an apprentice type thing that you could do, especially with stuff like blacksmithing and butchers and stuff, or slaughterhouses. Like you could have like younger than 18-year-olds, like kids, because I think school will keep them between 10 and 15, so like 16, 17, 18, if you could have kids go off and do like apprenticeships at the butcher or the blacksmith or anything like that. That would also get you a little bit of extra labor. And then by the time those people graduate, they could become, I guess, like managers of those things. I don't know. Just ideas. I'm sure there's something to that effect in the works. They've got a really extensive development log. Well, let's go ahead and get them going on these warehouses here. And we can see if we can expedite the production of our sunflower oil. I don't know exactly why it's not working the way we want to, but that's part of the fun of playing the game, is just, you know, rolling with it and seeing what it's able to do. This is probably going to be the world's slowest construction of 2 warehouses. Just don't know why it's slow sometimes. Well, at least they're dropping stuff off now. Just have to wait. Oh, there we go. Now he's actually building something. Alright, so that one is done. Go ahead and make this one into sunflowers to the tune of 10,000. I guess we can go ahead and get that all set up as well. Then this one, I don't think we can do sunflower oil, because that's going to be a... Yeah, it's only going to work in a granary, but that's fine. We have plenty of other stuff we can put in a warehouse here, like flax. Oh, I don't remember how much flax we actually grow over here. It might just be potatoes, buckwheat, sunflower. Okay, so we're growing some flax. So we'll make the second one into flax. Just have to wait for them to decide to, you know, build the thing. Anytime now. Literally anybody. Start building. I've got stuff to do. Not big on religious institutions, but I heard the Catholic Church does have a branch of, I guess, highly learned clergymen. Sounds about right. I do know Catholic school is a big deal in, well, I guess some parts of the U.S., but more Europe. I guess you have preparatory schools or whatever they call them, run by the church, kind of. So I suppose that makes sense. Now, it's not as big of a deal in the southern U.S. as it is elsewhere. I think down here it's mostly Protestant Christian churches will do private schools for like K through 5, and there's a couple I know of that are K through 12. In terms of like boarding schools and stuff, we don't really have anything like that over here. I know in this time period this game is set in would definitely be a pretty common thing. Let's, at least for wealthier children. When you get tired of a kid, just send them off somewhere else. Let somebody else deal with them. Now, why do we have 20 laborers? No, we don't need 20 laborers per thing. We need 4. Alright, so that's taken care of. That's going to hopefully help fix some of that stuff. Again, I don't know. Oh, we're not in season. Not in season. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we can do is we can make off season, still have one person working there. That'll be a nice compromise. All right, so a little less than a year into stuff going on here. Maybe a little more than a year. I haven't really been keeping too much track. But we've made some pretty decent progress. Yeah, so we don't have any sunflower oil to sell. That's really annoying. Iron ore, we'll go ahead and buy a bunch. We have plenty of this. So we'll do a little bit more. Again, this was not ever going to be a super long stream, but did want to spend a little bit of time with you guys today just hanging out, playing some City Builder. Why is there nobody working here? Oh. Well, that was dumb of me. Guess that kind of broke everybody else's warehouses. There we go. That number makes a little bit more sense. Having about 100 open vacancies during middle of the year. So I guess we can go ahead and put some more houses down, huh? Probably does not hurt anything. So I guess we can go ahead and just pop these bad boys in here. Let's flip this around. I don't want to leave too much space in between. I also don't want to leave too little. So I guess it would be smart to, first of all, see if I can even get this close to lining up. It was really close, but not perfect. Wonder how close I can get without it being stupid looking here. Well, I mean, that's pretty dumb looking, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Let's attach this here. Put that there, and we'll put one more right here. And then we can decide what we're doing with the rest of this space. Alright. Looks pretty good to me. Sir Vashtastic, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, we're having a little bit of relaxing, low-key fun here, just expanding the town and vibing. Unfortunately, it's getting kind of slow because the town has 1,500 people in it, and the game does not like that. If I run it at 12 times speed, it tends to lag and drop frames and stuff. I don't want anything to do with that. Do not want it to crash again. We've got 6 houses queued up. They're going to be working on that for probably a pretty good while. I guess we could just kind of take a look and see what else might need to get done. I think a lot of stuff in the town is pretty much self-regulating. School's looking good. These farms are working appropriately. So there's really not a ton of us, a ton for us to do, excuse me. Just kind of watch what happens and see if there's little incremental things we can improve. And checking supply chains and all that different stuff. I think probably the town could benefit from having some more wagon sheds and stuff. How's this, where's the nearest carpentry to this anyway? Is it over here? I actually don't remember. I know it's not over here. I really hope there's a closer one up there because they are not getting anything done. My God, where did I put that? I legitimately don't remember. Okay, there's 1. There's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Are there really only 4? Wow, okay. That is an unbelievable oversight on my part, not having another carpentry over here. So I guess... Why do I click the wrong thing every time? I think of playing this game as much as I have, I would remember where stuff is actually located in the menu, right? No, nobody's perfect. Let's go ahead and put a carpentry here. That will give them something to do, keep these maintained. But we are going to need to make some more wagon sheds. So actually down here would probably be a pretty good spot for that. I think we can go ahead and do a couple of these right here. It's going to be a good looking spot indeed. Let's see, can I fit 3? Oh yeah, look at that. That is almost perfect spacing. Almost perfect. We'll just get rid of that and then we'll center it in there. That is the wrong building. What am I doing? There we go. That is what I am talking about. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Beautiful. It just slots right in. It's all done. And of course, we're going to put in a big hay barrack somewhere around here. Unless I can fit some small ones in the space in between, which I cannot. But I can put one there, and that honestly might be enough. Might be enough to just have that right there. Of course, we are going to need some more hay. But it seems to me like we're still doing okay on hay storage. We just don't have a lot of people that are willing to really do too much about that. Stuff's looking good, though. We're going to save, and then I wonder if I don't really move the camera around, if the game's going to get super angry if I go into 12 times speed. We'll let this go for a little bit. We'll see if anything terrible happens. Because that's the best way to learn is just by doing. So we'll find out. We'll probably get this building queue all finished up. Get everything set up, and that might be all the time I've got for the stream. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything about the game, or really anything, while we're waiting for this to get done, happy to answer. Or at least give my best guess. Of course, while we're waiting, we can take care of stuff like messengers, too. Probably ought to start stocking horseshoes for sale. Okay, we're actually kind of maintaining a wheat stock, which is good. We'll go ahead and buy more anyway, because you can really never have too much. Buy chickens that'll automatically be slaughtered. Looking fine. Buy some textile broadcloth. Oh wow, we have a ton of broadcloth. And warm clothing. We're looking good on that. Yeah. Stuff's looking good. Not too many complaints here. Now we're actually getting somewhere. Are these marriages again? Yes. All of them are marriages. Which is fine. Just, takes a little bit longer to get population growth out of them, but it is more stable long term, I suppose. It is fun to watch them build, though. It truly never gets old. Alright, another house done. Who moved in here? Another marriage. And now we wait for them to decide to come back and build more houses, I suppose. Ever so slowly. Whenever the builders decide, oh, are the builders stuck? It looks like the builders are stuck. Or a couple of them. Is anybody else stuck? Let's go ahead and let's pause the game. Well, I guess we can't check for people being stuck if the game's paused, so we'll go slow speed. So I know this does tend to cause animals to die if stuff is not being supplied correctly. So we'll take a quick look. See, yeah, see, this guy's stuck. What's he doing? Okay, he's a builder. He's stuck. Anybody else walking who's stuck? That might just be the game's way of saying, hey, it's time for you to take a break and come back later. So we'll do a little bit more checking. If it's more than a couple other guys, it's probably smart to call the stream then and just, yeah, see, here we go. These are stuck. Going to work. Works at the tailor's workshop. So labor is supplying resources. So that, okay, yeah, people are definitely getting stuck. Which is annoying, but you know, the game's probably not really intended to be played as much as I'm playing it. I think probably 90% of people don't ever even sniff 1,000 population, let alone 1,500. Think they'll ever add a hunting aspect. So I think this is something the dev looked at in the dev log. I know combat is not really something that they're wanting to prioritize, but I would imagine there could be some argument made for doing no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to pause. Could be some sort of argument made for the value of having like a hunting type job in the town. Like early games send out hunting parties. Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen, a couple months ago I did a playthrough of a game called Dawn of Man that is like an ancient era city builder. And in that game you have to go hunting a lot. And the game is also kind of combat focused because you can make weapons and stuff. It was a fun element of the game. I didn't really think too much of it either way, but I think the feel of OSTRIV, the way it's designed as like a city management thing, is probably less oriented toward hunting and killing random stuff versus just, you know, having a farm and raising animals. I was gonna check and see if I could find on the devlog on the website real quick while we're still here, seeing exactly what's on the roadmap. That way you don't have to look at the pause screen, you can actually kind of see something here. See, okay, so here's what's on the roadmap so far. They've got campaign is not being implemented. They're going to do improved trading with discounts, reputation, negotiation, etc. More statistics, more production chains, education, religion, entertainment, crime, justice, and security, which I guess could have something to do with some sort of implementation of like a combat or a police system or whatever. More types of housing, more types of bridges, more crops, improved graphics, Linux support, weather effects, improved navigation, cats and dogs, more believable behavior, social activities, animations, more realistic products consumption, products quality, spoilage, worker experience, sharing experience, manager skills, private businesses, town hall functionality, more maps with different landscape types. Okay, so that's something I was talking about earlier. Better tree models, more languages, complete game manual. I don't see anything here but hunting. That would be interesting though, like especially with regard to, say, going into like the forest, like these harvested areas and seeing if you get like wildlife in there. Well, they add diseases, so I know there's this health thing that doesn't have anything in here. I could imagine there would be some sort of aspect of disease management or something similar to that. Of course, I think it's probably pretty far off, judging by the amount of progress that's been made. I was thinking fur trade type stuff, clothing, and decorations. So it's interesting you bring that up because if we go over to the tanneries over here, you can get leather from the cows and you can get sheepskin from sheep. Both of which, of course, are domesticated animals that we process at the sheep farm and the cowshed and the slaughterhouses and all that stuff. So I could imagine maybe something like that. I don't know if that's something the dev's going to want to do, though, because then you'd have to have the way this game is set up for everything else. I'd imagine they'd probably want to have actual wild animals with AIs that you would actually go hunt, like deer or elk or... I don't know what's native to the Eastern Europe, Ukraine. Probably some sort of deer type thing. I don't know, I feel like that might add a little bit too much complexity. They might not want to deal with it. But, would be interesting. Would definitely be something worth looking at. Let's go ahead and save again. I'm probably going to have to reload the game, which is going to be a good time to stop because we're just about at an hour. I didn't want to go too long because I got some other stuff I need to take care of. So I don't think we're going to get through this. Probably is going to have to be the next live stream or upload I do. I haven't decided yet. I might do another live stream tomorrow night, or I might just record another video tonight and put that up tomorrow. Not quite sure. It depends on what I'm able to get done. But next time we come in, we will be finishing up all of these things. All that good stuff. But it's been nice having you guys in the chat, talking and enjoying just casually playing the game. Unfortunately, people deciding they no longer wanted to move around. They wanted to, I don't know, channel Michael Jackson 200 years before he was popular and just moonwalk everywhere. But yeah, that's unfortunately going to have to be it because the game is deciding it doesn't want to have people go anywhere anymore. But again, thanks so much for joining in the chat and having a fun time hanging out. It's been nice, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Probably going to try and do another one tomorrow night. Or if not, maybe Friday. No, Roxeg just found out. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to go a little longer, but I wanted to go about an hour, hour and a half anyway, because I got some other stuff to do, and the game decided that people don't need to walk anymore, and that's going to cause animals to die. But yeah, well, thanks for coming out for a little bit anyway. Sorry it wasn't able to. Yeah, well, that's the good thing about YouTube streaming is the video will be here probably forever unless something happens to it. So you're welcome to go back and watch the VOD, all sorts of some general shenanigans. We built a lot of stuff though, so since you're here, before I stop streaming, I can kind of show you what we did. We've got a bunch of houses here. We've got some houses here. These are going to be wagon sheds to aid our transportation and logistics. Built another school. Thanks for hanging out, just saying 83. Appreciate you being in the chat. Hopefully see you in the next stream or see you in the comments in a future video. No worries, it's 4 in the morning. Go to bed! It's 4 in the morning, go to bed. I'm sure you got stuff to do tomorrow. But yeah, we had a lot of fun just hanging out and getting a little bit of progress done. But yeah, that's going to be it for the stream, guys. Thank you so much again for being part of it. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.